My best friend is a pathological liar. Hi, I'm 13, and I've been friends with Sandra, who's 11. When people meet her for the first time, they often assume she lies because she's young, but honestly, that's not it. Sandra is genuinely kind, polite, and sweeter than most girls I've met. But even with her gentle personality, she definitely has a problem. She lies way more than she should, and at this point, I'm convinced that at least half the things she says aren't true. The strange part is that the red flags appeared right from the beginning. Last year, around July, when she was still 11, she suddenly started hanging around me a lot. I wasn't looking for new friends, but she didn't have many, and somehow, I became one of the few people she trusted. The first thing she lied about was her age. She told me she was already 13. I knew instantly it wasn't true. She barely looked 10. Later, I found out she had only recently turned 11, but at that time, I tried giving her the benefit of the doubt by assuming she looked younger because she was short and a bit round. When we started texting, things got stranger. She began sending me to Best Friends Forever videos, even though we'd barely spoken. Then she told me she was half Spanish, even though she didn't speak a single word of Spanish. Her TikTok captions were clearly Google translated. Meanwhile, her English had a strong Estonian accent, something she denied completely. As someone who is half Estonian and knows the language well, it was obvious. Whenever she came across some letters, she exaggerated her pronunciation, pretending she didn't know how to say them, even though U exists in Spanish too. She also claimed she traveled to Spain every month, which made no sense. And if she was supposedly in Spain so often, how was she attending school full-time in Estonia? At first, her stories felt off, but eventually, I realized I needed actual proof. The first clear indication came when she went from, "I'm learning Estonian," to being fluent in just 3 months. Not just fluent, she suddenly knew slang and spoke like she'd lived there all her life. No one becomes fluent in a language that fast without effort. Then her Spain lie collapsed. One moment she was talking about how much she loved being in Spain, and the very next moment she uploaded a TikTok saying she was back in Estonia, with no airport clips or travel updates. Just a casual, "Oh, did you see my TikTok? I'm back in Estonia." It didn't even feel like she was trying to make the lies believable. Proving she wasn't 13 was even easier. I went through her old social media and found a video from the previous school year where someone commented they were in 4th grade. 4th graders in Estonia are 10. That confirmed she was now 11. Exactly what I suspected. And honestly, it made things even stranger for me, because she's the youngest friend I've ever had. She's a first year in middle school, and I'm already a first year in high school. But the part that really affected me was when she started claiming she had an eating disorder. Because I struggle with anorexia myself, I took her words seriously. She's a bit plump and has been bullied for her weight. When I gently asked her about it, she told me she had dropped from 44 kilograms to 39 kilograms. Losing 5 kilos in 2 months can be serious, so I worried. But then she posted what I eat in a day, and the amount she ate was completely normal for her age. When I calculated her BMI using her height, it came out to around 16. She earlier insisted her BMI was 17, but her body type doesn't look underweight at all. My friends who have EDs estimated her BMI to be around 24, 26, and honestly that seems accurate. I started thinking she was shaving off 10 kilos just to appear closer to my weight. She would text me saying she barely ate, but her food videos showed full meals. She also stopped mentioning ED symptoms after a month, like she always does, starts a lie, acts it out for a bit, then completely drops it as if it never existed. Now that I'm not even in the same country and only talk to her through my phone, I genuinely don't know what to do.